Marketing Minute Podcast. My name is Jamie, and today I have with me Alexandra Hunter from Social Media Department. Woo! Hi, Alexandra. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you for asking. So, guys, today we're going to do something a little bit different. We received a lot of questions from you lately, so I just want to make an episode a little bit different to answer those questions, but this one specifically we're just going to dedicate to social, so that's why she's here. Yay! So, Alexandra, let's just jump right into it.
Okay.
So we have 10 questions, and I'm going to ask it to you, so you can go short, sweet, or you can go into depth depending on the question, so I'll leave it up to you, okay? If you guys have more questions, just feel free to chat at us or to DM us. You know the drill. So, first question. I have a new business. Where should I start?
You should definitely start with social media. It's a great way to build up your brand awareness, create brand credibility.
Okay.
It really gets that exposure out there, especially for a company who has not yet started up.
Okay.
Especially if you're a company just starting up, the community probably doesn't know a lot about you. You want to make sure that you get your name out there, that you're in the forefront of the consumer's mind. That way, whenever they need your service or product, you're going to be the first one that they go to.
Okay, so it makes sense to just start like one social at a time and then go to the other one and so on and so forth, right?
Oh, it's really dependent on your industry, what your goals are. We recommend that you do start off with at least 3 social media platforms curated to your specific company needs. That's really going to help provide a variety of exposure, so you're not just reaching out to one targeted audience. You kind of get a full service of different consumers to choose from.
Okay, it makes sense. For the other one, they asked Instagram versus Facebook versus TikTok. Which one should I use?
Again, that's going to be dependent on your industry. TikTok's really good for those brands who are trying to be trendy or are trying, want to re-say that. Okay. So it's really dependent on your industry and is very specific to your needs. TikTok's great for trending, kind of interacting with that younger audience. Instagram's great in general, just to kind of get your name out there, build up a portfolio, have a nice little layout. Really for aesthetical purposes, it's really good to just have for people to refer back to if they need to. Facebook's good because although it is a senior demographic who mainly is on Facebook.
Yeah, like I'm on Facebook.
I mean, me too, but
we know.
Yes. Mainly it's a senior demographic, but you're still going to get that exposure again to a different audience base. So it's really just specific on what your industry is and what your needs are.
Okay, perfect. The next one is, how often should I post?
At least 4 times a week.
Okay.
You want to keep up that exposure, keep up the consistency with marketing. Consistency is key.
Okay.
You don't ever want your consumers to forget who you are, that your brand exists. So having that constant exposure on social media, which everybody's using nowadays, it's good to have.
Okay, makes sense. How to find the content specific to my audience?
That one more time.
How to find content specific for my audience? Probably like adjacent content, or how to communicate to the audience for that type of company, I will say.
How would they find content?
Well, in this case, us.
Yeah, okay.
Like, yes, how can they talk to their audience? Like, what will be the best for them? Like, should I post something funny? Should I post something serious? Should I post news? Like, what type of content? I think it's going to be merged with that question of which platform, because if you have a law firm, you cannot be, well, you can be funny, but it's not permitted.
Well, you really want to be industry specific. And be on brand. That's the most important part. Be consistent with your brand. Do not stray away from the original colors that you use, the fonts that you use, things along that line, because it could confuse your clientele, and it could also create a tacky image, and people might not want to choose your company just based on what you have on social media.
It's so true. I see some things like the next one. Can I carry over a social strategy from one platform to another one?
You absolutely can. Again, it's going to be more tailored to what your industry provides for consumers. If you're doing something on Facebook, you might want to change it up a little bit if you're producing ads on LinkedIn. Same applies for Facebook and Pinterest. You might be reaching different audience. They might have different needs on Pinterest versus Facebook. It really is just dependent on what your industry provides.
Okay, makes sense. I hope you guys are taking notes. Is paid advertisement a good idea?
It's a wonderful idea. Facebook actually shadow bans your content if you're not paying for advertisement. So it's all about pay to play. You want to make sure that you have a good ad budget implemented. We usually suggest starting at $250. Anything less than that, honestly, it's not quite worth it to go ahead and begin ads. With a decreased budget, you're not going to hit the target audience that you want. You're not going to get the exposure that you need. You're not going to generate the leads that you want to see come in every month. Everything in 2022 is all about pay to play. So you want to make sure that you're taking out an appropriate amount from your budget and implementing it into all aspects of marketing.
It's true. I've read somewhere that at least 10% of your earnings should be dedicated only to marketing.
Absolutely.
So take that in mind, guys. Let me see. Well, you already answered this. What's the ideal budget for the social media ads? So starting $250?
Starting $250,
Okay.
yeah. And it's really dependent on what your goal is. The larger the goal, the larger the ad spend.
Okay. And also, they have to take in consideration holiday season, right? Because holiday season, everybody is paying to play. So
everybody's going to be advertising during the holidays, so you definitely want to boost it up a little bit if you do have that within your budget to kind of have wiggle room. There's family coming into town, you have a lot of events occurring, a lot of great opportunities to kind of just get your name out there.
Yeah.
The community does a lot of events too. It is not harmful to your brand to interact with your community.
It's not.
It's going to show everybody that you care, that you're considerate of your customers, and that you are
listening.
You're listening,
Yes.
yeah.
Especially that, because the communication on social media, some people think it's only one way. It's totally not. You have to
Absolutely.
And the last question. No, I'm sorry. One more. Why do you use so many hashtags, especially on Instagram?
It does help you to find your audience. They do use Instagram kind of as a search engine to some extent. A lot of people type in keywords, hashtags, what they're looking for, like hair salon, Melbourne, Florida. That's actually how I found my hairstylist. I looked up hashtag Melbourne, Florida hair salons. I found the best hair stylist available in this town. So I mean,
Shout out.
Shout out. But yeah, it's a great way to find local companies, find products that you want and need. So having that in your caption, in your post, it's really going to help to create or generate those consumers that you want to see.
Yeah, definitely. I think I found my pet's groomer like that.
Yeah.
So it definitely works. And the last one now, it is for real. Should I delete bad reviews or bad comments on social media?
Absolutely not. You want to go ahead and address the negative comments in a positive way. You don't want to engage with the client or the commenter. You don't want to be combative.
Trolls, oh god.
Yeah. You don't want to come off as rude and nasty, and that's a bad image to other consumers who might be looking at your brand. How you respond and interact with others says a lot about you, your character, and definitely your company.
Yeah, so it's not a good. I mean, I've had clients before ask me, "Hey, can you delete this bad review on Google?" And I'm like, first of all, no.
Yeah.
Second of all, you can use it as an opportunity. So definitely, whatever you see there, do not delete it. Just take it as an opportunity for keep growing and just developing more content. So so those are the 10 questions, guys. Thank you so much, Alexandra, for answering
Thank you
this.
for having me.
Yes, of course. So if you guys have more questions, you know the drill. We are planning to have more of SEO, website content, and email marketing frequently asked questions. So stay tuned, and thank you for watching. See you next time.